that would be a lie. So you have your own outlets, whether it's at the barbershop, whether it's fishing, whatever you do to, to de-stress and get away from, the things that may be making you emotional, the way that whatever outlet you have, you choose that outlet wisely. And that's why you have a lot of women like, oh, you don't talk to me, or you're not, I need you to talk to me more.
One of the things they've always told me at work, and ever since I've been in leadership position, how do you manage to keep calm during crisis? Are you having a fit? Because I know if I freak out, the moment you see emotion on my face, I'm going to get a barrage of emails because y'all are going to freak out. So I have learned literally to take in bad news and do nothing. I am freaking out. I got the bubble guts. I'm literally looking at my phone like, oh shit, what the hell we gonna do? I'm freaking out, but my face blank. My response normal, so I can go freak out when we get off camera, right, and figure out what we're gonna do. And I encourage men to do the same, and not even just men, women as well, and understand what that means. And some men understand that we're not really being emotionless if we are processing, being stoic, and exercising our leadership in that way. Anybody can go next. Go ahead and jump in.
I just want to say this one. Go ahead.
I like how you replace strong man or strong men with leader, because if you do work in corporate, or if you are an entrepreneur, things like that, you do want to take these tests to kind of see where you are in their leadership arena and see how you handle things. But you're right. You have to check your emotions because you're responsible for so many people. And when people see you freak out, they're going to freak out. So, it's not that strong men aren't emotional. They have emotions, but they're able to use their emotional intelligence, their relational intelligence, to be able to know what to do in situations where women would freak out. And that's where we need to embrace men for having those qualities, instead of trying to rebuke you for not doing more of what we want you to do, as if you were women. So I think that the men, I really didn't see my father emotional. I saw him handling things. I saw him getting it done, taking care of business. And I think that's how most men should operate. And you guys have your own outlets of where you're emotional, because it's not like you're never emotional. That would be a lie. So you have your own outlets, whether it's at the barbershop, whether it's fishing, whatever you do to, to de-stress and get away from, the things that may be making you emotional, the way that whatever outlet you have, you choose that outlet wisely. And that's why you have a lot of women like, oh, you don't talk to me, or you're not, I need you to talk to me more. And it's like, I don't necessarily, this is not necessarily my outlet. I love you, but this is not necessarily my outlet for that. So I think if women were to embrace men being able to handle themselves and have their emotions in check, they wouldn't feel so insecure around the person that they're with, thinking that that person don't like them, or they're mad at them, or they're in bad standing with them.
So let me just say, you mentioned the barber. Why is it that I could talk to my barber about what's going on with me, and it could be serious, and I might leave that mug laughing, but let me talk to my woman about it, and I'm usually going to end up wishing I never said anything in the first damn place.
Because it's relational intelligence. You can relate to him, and he can relate to you in a way that a woman can't. And there's no, you're not, making fun of her or downing her. It's just, I need this, just like you need your time with your girls, or you need to, do whatever you need. I need this, and don't mess it up, and don't try to interfere with it, because nothing you do is going to, change my mind about using this as an outlet as opposed to you.
Yeah, sometimes women want us to talk to them for them and not for us.
But
so
that is a fact, so they can respond.
So she'll act like she wants you to talk to her so she can help you. She wants you to talk to her so she can feel good about her. So you want to you validating her feelings by telling whatever it is that's going on in your mind. And that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of women. And that's why we go talk to our barber or talk to whoever, because we don't have to deal with all that. Because at the end of the day, just like Precious said, there's a little bit more relational intelligence to talking to another man versus talking to your lady. Because in all honesty, we don't talk to our women. We communicate with our women. We actually talk to our homeboys, our friends. We communicate with our women. It's a different form of communication.
Nice. All right. Who else want to jump in on this real quick?
I did. Strong men aren't emotional. I think the word has to be examined. Emotional means, because we all have emotions. We all feel certain ways about certain things. Emotional means you're caught up in that feeling and can't do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? And the truth is, in my personal opinion, I don't know about y'all's, right? Whenever a man gets emotional, he's judged harshly by both sides, the men and women.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not that, again, a strong man, if he's emotional, it's just like when we talk, if a woman's going off and she's snapping and she's spazzing and saying stuff that y'all said in confidence, right? You're being emotional. You're in the action of the way you're feeling it. You can't get out of it. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has emotions. It's how you process them. It's how it's how you deal with them. Because at the end of the day, those feelings are yours. They're not nobody else's, right? So again, I think emotional. If they're emotional meaning they're always being controlled and in their feelings, their actions. I don't think that a strong that can be a strong man. I think that's going to be a man that's reactionary. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be proactive. He's going to be always being affected by the things that's poking at him or that's coming into his cipher. You know what I'm saying? And now, personally, I think we've all had issues in times, whether when we was kids or grown men or grown women or little girls, right, that had an emotional time, right? But it's the people that are around you, if they understand you and what your triggers are and what you went through, how you process that. But at the end of the day, for men, right, we still got to get the job done, whatever, no matter how you feel about it, right? No matter how you process it, nobody's going to take that off your back at the end of the day, right? Because if your woman did, then she's going to feel a little less respect for you.
I think tact is the word that needs to be used. I think emotions are something as men that they have to be tactful with, because your triggers point to your weaknesses. So if a man that I'm facing, I know he real triggered by his mama, I'm start talking about his mama. So he gonna snap, he gonna get out of his strategy or his poise that's gonna help him, and I'm gonna be able to take him down. I think a man being tactful with his emotions is also showing consideration for his family, because if I'm the head of my family and every man in this chat knows how to trigger me or get me off my square, then they can easily take what's mine. So I can't give up on my triggers so easily, or what gets me enraged, or even what makes me passionate, because those are also connected to your triggers too. Like what I'm extremely passionate about is also most of the times what is connected to a trigger, because it's something that gets me off out of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think just being tactful with your emotions is key for men, especially when you have a family.